Okay, guys, good morning. Hello, everyone. Online people, are you able to hear me properly? So let us start the demo. See, we are trying to understand over here what exactly cloud is. As you are planning to learn cloud, it is important to understand the history from where the cloud came into the picture and in current situation where cloud is standing. See, before I talk about cloud, let me introduce myself. See, my name is Musab Sayed. You can call me Musab. I have an experience of around 13 years by this time. And in my career, I have worked for different organizations, different projects, national, international, and different teams I have worked with. Like my career started with the Unix of IBM, that is IBM AIX, right? Then I went into HACMP, LPAR-BIO, Linux, Linux cluster, VMware virtualization, SAN storages, cloud computing. Especially AWS is my biggest forte. So as I was telling you, this is my career graph where I have went with. Now during this past 13 years, I've been delivering the training. Training is always my biggest achievement apart from working in the organization. Long back, 13 years back, I started training also. Initially used to train on AIX, then Linux, then VMware, then little bit of SAN, and now cloud computing Linux. These are the things on which I'm very much dedicatedly training. I have trained 40,000 students and I have delivered all forms of training online, classroom, corporate, whatever flavor is available, all flavors of training I have delivered. And many of my students are working in a reputed organizations in a different positions. Okay, now let us try to understand, guys, what we actually here for to know about cloud. See, first, before I can talk about cloud, let us try to understand what exactly is this operating system. Now, if I ask you a question, what is OS? The general answer is it is an interface between user and the hardware. User cannot understand system language, system cannot understand user language. So in that case, we need a translator, we need a converter, that is nothing but operating system, right? So we use different operating system in our day-to-day life. You use Ubuntu, you use Windows, you use Mac, different operating systems are there that we will be going. So initially, guys, when the concept of operating system was started, there was a small problem. You can install only one OS in one physical machine. You cannot keep multiple operating system. Now, in this scenario, suppose your organization needs 100 OS. What will you do? You have to purchase 100 physical machine. Now, suppose you purchase 100 machine. Next thing is what? Where are you going to keep that 100 machine? You need space to keep 100 machine. We call it as rack space. Thirdly, you need to have internet connectivity to all those machines. Network cables and all is required. Cables, switches, routers, all those things are required. Electricity consumption, you see, it is going to be high. And how many air conditions you are going to run. So overall, maintaining that kind of setup was very, very expensive, super expensive. To reduce the expenses, there was another concept introduced called virtualization. Now, with the help of virtualization, what you can do in a single physical hardware, parallelly, you can run multiple operating systems. So now if you need 100 operating system, you don't have to go for 100 physical machine. With a single hardware, you can home multiple operating system by converting a physical into virtual scenario. So in a physical machine, we install virtualization. With the help of virtualization, you create a VM. Each VM is a logical representation of physical machine. It will have virtual CPU, virtual memory, virtual RAM, virtual hard drive, virtual network adapter. It behaves as if it is an independent physical machine. So on a single hardware, you create virtual machines, you install different operating system. On few VMs you can install Windows, on few you can install Linux, Ubuntu, whatever operating system you like, you can create and you can maintain. Now, what is the major products that rules the market in virtualization? The topmost products are VMware, Citrix, KVM, OVM, RHEVM, and Windows Hyper-V. These are the top virtualization product that is used in the market heavily. Especially VMware, Citrix are number one. Then you have Hyper-V, KVM, OVM, all of them. Okay, so what it has done, now in place of 100 machines, I need only one machine. So cost has been drastically reduced. So now I have to invest less. Number of cables reduce. Number of power consumption reduce. Number of ACs reduce. Number of people to manage that servers, that is also reduced. So overall cost has been reduced. That was beautiful. So every organization is working with virtualization. But again, there is a problem in virtualization, not virtualization, physical setup. Now suppose we have our own data center. Let's say my company says, say Kapil IT says that no, we want to maintain our own data center. So what they have to do, they need to get a big place to keep their servers. They need to provide electricity, these, that, all that challenges are there. But other thing is there, the physical machines what you purchase, like HP server, Dell server, IBM server, any server, it has an expiry. Getting it on? See, time to time technology changes, and as technology changes, software also changes. Now you see, we face a problem in our laptops. Most of the old laptops are not supporting Windows 11. Why? Because it is having old hardware. Now, if you want to go with Windows 11, you have to purchase new hardware. Same will be the case with your old hardware. Now, as the hardware gets old, it does not support the latest software. Now, to be updated, what you have to do? Every 4 years, every 5 years, every 6 years, you have to upgrade the hardware. Already millions of dollars we have invested. Every five years, if you are asking me to invest crores of rupees, it is challenging. See, if business is going very nice, people will try to go for it. But if business is not going that nice, from where you are going to get the funds? So challenges are there. If you keep everything on your data center, maintenance is in your hand. Like if electricity fail, you are responsible. Network fail, you are responsible. Hardware fail, you are responsible. Licenses expire, you are responsible. Hardware getting old, you are responsible. So every places you will be having all those challenges. To overcome these challenges, cloud computing was introduced. Now, what is cloud computing? See, if you go and if you see definitions of cloud computing, there are hell lot of definitions. Everyone has its own definition. Amazon will say one definition. Azure will say one definition. Google will say one definition. Wikipedia says one definition. Even I also have my own definition. So I'll tell you in a simple way what is cloud. See guys, when we say cloud, actually the thing is running your business needs in someone else's data center and accessing it from anywhere throughout the world. For example, I'm a very small organization. I work for a very small organization. I don't have money to maintain my own data center. I have lots of issues. What issues? I don't have continuous electricity. I don't have continuous network. I don't have continuous backup and all that thing. Lots of issues are there with me. So if tomorrow suddenly if light gone and my inverter fails, then my business is going to be down. If internet is down, my business is going to be down. Lots of challenges are there with me. So what cloud people say is, why do you worry? We maintain a humongous setup, not large, humongous, very huge. Getting it or not? We maintain a setup where servers will run 24 by 7. Networking will be 24 by 7. Backups are guaranteed. We have fully flawless data center. What you can do? You run your business on my data center and access it from anywhere throughout the world. A simple example of cloud computing is Google Drive, SkyDrive, and other. What we do? We store our data on Google Drive, SkyDrive, and we access it from anywhere throughout the world. So has it made me easy to work with cloud or not? So SkyDrive, Google Drive is a very small example, guys. We run our whole business softwares, whole business application on cloud without worrying the physical infrastructure, maintenance, licenses, electricity failure, network failure. All that is the headache of cloud provider. Now, cloud provider and we sign something called SLA, Service Level Agreement. According to agreement, that guy will say, I'll give you this server 99.9% uptime. I'll give you backup. I'll give you so and so. If he fails, he'll pay for the losses. And we make agreement, whatever I'm going to use, I'll pay for it. Am I clear or not? Right? So this is cloud. In a simple thing, cloud is nothing but running your business needs in someone else's data center and accessing it from anywhere throughout the world. This is basic definition. Now, if you go for bookish definition, so many definitions are available. Sharing the resources over network, right? Virtually infinite, scalable, pay as you go. Wiki has its own definition. Amazon has its own definition. Simple thing is running services over internet and accessing it. That is nothing but your cloud computing. And the most beautiful feature of cloud computing is the last one, pay as you go model. That means how much you have used the resources, that much you pay. You don't have to pay lump sum. Suppose today I need something to do, maybe on uh, Excel or PowerPoint. I don't have laptop. What I'll do? I have to go purchase a laptop. After my work is over, can I go and say, I don't need it, take it back? No. So here cloud is telling that don't purchase, hire it. Use it how long you want. Return me only how much you have used. So different services are there. Compute services there, storage services are there, network services are there, backup services are there. Whatever you like, you use it, but pay only how much you have used. So that makes cloud really easy and economical. People are not going to pay huge lump sum amounts over here. Now, guys, whenever a cloud provider is there, let's understand this also. Suppose we are a cloud company, we are giving cloud solutions. So, what type of solutions we can give? Three solutions. One is public cloud, other one private cloud, and the last one, least hybrid cloud. What is public cloud? Public cloud is available for everyone. Anyone, anywhere throughout the world can put their virtual machines in public cloud and they can access. What is private? Name itself is telling. It is only reserved for your organization. Whatever virtual machines you create in private cloud is not accessible by everyone. Only you and your organization can access it. Now there is a mixture of public and private. That is called hybrid cloud. Sometimes I'll keep it private, sometimes I'll keep it public. That is called hybrid cloud. All cloud providers gives you all the three options. right? Now, this is deployment model. Now, what is service model? Chalo, we are cloud provider, we deploy the cloud. Now, how we will sell our services? Now, to sell the services, again, there are three things: infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service. Now, guys, this as a service are so many. You have code as a service, you have formation as a service. So many things are there, but basically three important solutions are here: infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. Now, what are these? Infrastructure as a service is the most common and highly used service in cloud platform. What is infrastructure? Computing and resources. Suppose you want to host an application. To host application, what I need? I need a physical machine or a virtual machine. In that, operating system. On the top of it, application. I need public IP for internet communication. Getting it or not? All that things comes under infrastructure. The virtual machine, the storage, the networking, that is called infrastructure as a service. You can tell AWS, I need one virtual machine with 16 GB RAM, 8 CPU, hard disk should be 1 TB, 10 gigabytes network. They'll provide you. So what they are doing? They are giving infrastructure, on demand computing resources. What you are getting is called as infrastructure. On the top of it, you can keep your operating system, your application, and whatever you want you can maintain. That is infrastructure. Then guys, we have something called platform as a service. Now guys, platform as a service is a developer centric concept. Like, we have developers. What they'll do, developers? Are they worried about which physical machine you are going to give me? Are they worried about which operating system you are going to give me? No, they'll worry only about their development environment, like C environment, Python environment, Java environment, where they can do development. So AWS says, don't worry which OS you want to use, which software I'm going to use. Just tell me which platform you want. C, Java, Python, ASP, Ruby, which one? They'll provide you the platform. On the top of it, you can do all your coding beading and start developing the software. So that is called platform as a service. Few examples are there: Red Hat, OpenShift, GitHub, Kubernetes, and all that thing. These are the places where development can be done. Am I clear? Next thing we are having is software as a service. Software as a service is a ready-made package. They develop the complete software and give you access, like Google Drive, SkyDrive, Dropbox. Anytime you are worried, Google Drive is using which operating system? In the backend, what software is running? No, on internet, one application is available. You go and start using it. Other than this, also there are so many internet-based applications: image converter, video converter, editors. What you do? Are you worried which one they are using? On internet, one software is available, Office 365, that runs on internet. You use it, you do all your work. You never worry about in the background which application they are using, which operating system they are using, which physical machines they are using. Complete software will be provided by cloud people. So we have shared responsibility over here, guys. See, if you maintain your own data center, we have this building blocks model. All are these blocks. You see, networking, storage, server, virtualization, OS, middleware, runtime, applications, data, all those things are your responsibility. If you maintain on-premise data center, all that block is your responsibility. Network fail, you have to fix it. Storage gone, you have to fix it. Server crash, you have to fix it. OS licenses, you have to take care. Getting it or not? Runtime data is available, Java runtime, Python runtime, you have to take care. The data what you have generated, you have to take care. Application is working fine or not, you have to take care. But when you move from on-premise to cloud, especially in infrastructure as a service, half responsibility will be with us, half responsibility will be given to cloud provider. What is the half responsibility cloud takes? Networking, storage, server, virtualization. They're responsible. If network does not work, we will catch them. If storage does not work, they are responsible. If server crashes, they are responsible. But on the top of it, which OS you are using, that is your responsible. License you have purchased or not, you are responsible. Runtime, middleware, data, application, that we have to manage. Half will be taken care by cloud, half will be taken care by us. Now, if you go for platform as a service, more responsibility will be moved to cloud. See, maximum blocks will be contained by them. Networking, storage, server, virtualization, OS, middleware, runtime environment, Java, Python, whatever you are using for development, all is their responsibility. Our responsibility is what? Put the data, do the development, create an application. So very less responsibility is with us, more is with them. Now if you go for software as a service, whole block is the responsibility of cloud. See, if Google Drive is worried, Google Drive is down, suppose Google Drive, are you going to worry about I have to fix Google Drive? Instagram is down. Will you worry, oh, Instagram is down, I need to do something? Nothing. That is the responsibility of whom? Cloud provider. They will take care of it. Software provider. If software is available, we use it. If software is not available, they are responsible. Am I clear? So as we move further, the responsibility will be going more and more to cloud providers only. Am I clear? Especially when you see infrastructure, changing the server, networking and all is a big headache. Suppose new server came. Instead of you purchasing, cloud will purchase it. New networking component came. You don't have to purchase, they'll purchase everything. So when we share responsibility, cost will be reduced and headache will also be reduced. Am I clear? This is the benefit of moving on the cloud. Responsibility will be lower and lower and lower. Hardware licenses, hardware, all those things will be their headache. Software will be our responsibility. We can take care of that. Right? Now, see, as I discussed, there are so many benefits of cloud computing. Few of them is scalability and elasticity. What do you mean by scalability? Suppose you took one virtual machine with 8 GB RAM. Now the load is getting very high. You want to increase the RAM. Can I increase? Easily. On a cloud, you make a request and the size will be increased. Suppose hard disk size was 10 GB. You want to add another 10 GB. Can you increase? Yes. This is called scalability. Increasing the size of resources is scalability. But guys, scalability has a problem also. Suppose you have increased it to 32 GB. After some time you realize that 32 GB is not really required. Now the load is not that much. I want to reduce it also. So scalability means only increasing. What about decreasing? Then it comes elasticity. Have you seen a rubber band? It will stretch and when you release it, it comes back to small size. So scalability means only increasing. Elasticity means increasing as well as decreasing. Both. So that is the feature. Flexible plans are there. Wherever whatever you want, that would be available for you. Maintenance is the biggest headache that will be taken care by cloud. If anything goes wrong, hardware fail, system upgrade, all that thing will be taken care by cloud. And the beautiful thing is, it is very mobile in access. Anywhere, wherever you are sitting in the house, you are sitting in the office, you are sitting on the mountain, wherever you are. Just you need an internet and you can connect to your cloud. anywhere, everywhere you are. Yes or no? See, even this thing is affecting your personal lives also. You remember, guys, earlier we used to maintain all our important data in CD drives, pen drives. Now, suppose I forgot my pen drive and CD in house. Now I'm at office, or maybe I visited other city. I need my data now. Suppose I went to other city and they are asking my Aadhaar card. I forgot at the home. What you can do? So now simple thing is you are putting everything on Google Drive, SkyDrive. Wherever it needed, 1 minute. You'll just download and give it. So has it given flexibility or not? Wherever you are, you can easily access it. And mobile access is available. Now guys, where there are advantages, there are some limitations and disadvantages also. What is that disadvantages and limitation? It requires constant internet connection. If your internet connection is poor, you will face lots of issues working with cloud. Like sometimes we go back to our interior of the cities, right? Where internet connection is not good. Mobile network is not good. How can I manage my cloud there? Sometimes people try to manage it through 3G, 4G. That may not give you best results. So constant internet is there. No internet, no cloud. Cloud is badly dependent on internet. Up to most of the thing, guys, we have achieved good internet services nowadays. If you look back 2 3 years, this time we have better internet. Even in your mobile phone, 5G came and all. So internet has been improved over a period of time. But if internet reachability is not there, we'll face problems. Okay. Next thing, guys, data. Now this is always a matter of discussion, guys. In fact, matter of debate. Your personal data you are keeping in someone else's data center. How secure my data is? Is it guaranteed 100% nobody is going to see that data? Can anyone guarantee? See, however big promises they can make. Recently, we have seen, guys, WhatsApp claim that whatever data messages you exchange, they cannot see. But they are able to see that. That has been proven. Yes or no? So this is also the same thing. The data what you keep on the cloud, how secure it is. Cloud company says that it is very much safe, you don't have to worry. But at the back end, you always have to think, my data is at someone else's place. What will happen to it? Yes or no? So data security is one of the issue, although so many people promises it. In that time, we have seen data has been compromised. Right? In Hyderabad itself, there was a big issue. One millionaire, he kept his private videos and all on some not Google, on some drives, internet drive. That was leaked by their people. Getting it or not? So always storage on someone else's is a doubt. This is the reason banking companies, they don't trust clouds. If they want to make cloud, they'll make their own cloud. They'll not go with Amazon. They'll not go for Google, Azure, nothing. They'll say, we maintain our private cloud. We will maintain cloud. We will manage cloud. We will do everything. But we'll not keep our data on your premises because banking is a very important thing. And suppose if information gets leaked or steal, you can just imagine what losses can incur. So these things are there, guys, but it is handled nicely. People, this cloud computing people, they says that it is safe theoretically, but practically there are some loopholes that might be there. Even if there is no loophole, there is always a thinking we have how much it is safe. That is no proper answer we are getting so far. But these things are little ignorable, guys. That nowadays it's an era of cloud. So many cloud services we are using day to day every life. Right? Now, what are the popular cloud? Amazon, number one. After that, Azure, second position. Third, Google Cloud, Alibaba, IBM, Salesforce, Oracle. Private clouds, if you want to deploy, you can go with OpenStack, Apache Cloud, or VMware Clouds. This will give your personal cloud if you don't want to use the public platforms. Am I clear? Now again, guys, there is always a question. Which cloud is better? Amazon says we are number one. Same you go to Azure, it says we are number one. Who is actual number one? See, in some services, Amazon is number one. In some services, AWS is number one. See, Fortune 400 companies, you see, they are going to prefer Azure. Getting it or not? But maximum, most of the most of the industry people, 60% of the industry people, they prefer Amazon. Big companies somewhat they are going with Azure, but most of the company they are preferring which one? Azure, Amazon. So there is neck to neck fight, guys. Who is good and who is not? See, every year there will be a report generated by a survey called Gartner survey. So this is the last year report, 2022. 2023 is yet to come. Now, do you see the difference between Amazon and Microsoft? How niche difference is there? Getting it or not? So it is very close. Now the question is which one to learn? They are so close. Shall I learn AWS or shall I learn Azure? They are very close now. Or shall I learn both? Now tomorrow Google also will join. So will you learn three? Then thereafter Alibaba will also join. So will you go for 4 cloud learning? No. See guys, I'll tell you one simple example. Suppose you are trying to learn how to drive a car. When you go to the trainer, what he'll do? He'll train you on every car that is available in the market. Possible is not there. He will maintain one good car. On that, he will give you training. But after learning that training, can you drive other cars also? Easily. Same is the case with this. You learn one cloud, concepts are same in every cloud. Whether you go for Azure, whether you go for Google, or you go for AWS. But one thing I'll tell you, AWS has very nice way of managing the services. The portal, the UI, the command line is fantastic. Little bit complex, Microsoft has made it. Especially graphically, Microsoft should have done wonders. But if you see Azure portal, you'll see it very dull and very misleading. Little bit. But AWS has maintained that thing very nicely. But on that, I cannot say Microsoft is bad. It has so many good services better than AWS. And so many services Amazon has better than that. But for learning perspective, if you see, AWS is easy compared to Microsoft. So if you learn AWS, concepts are similar in Azure also, Google also. In fact, most of the components are same. Here also we call availability zone, there also we call availability zone. Here also you call VPC, there also you call VPC. So concepts are so similar that very easily you can understand the other format. Little bit of orientation is needed and you will drive that fellow also. Am I clear? Now the last question, guys. Okay, we understood all that thing. AWS is brilliant and all that thing. Why you should learn that with Kapil IT Skill Hub? When you go out, you see so many people are telling, we'll provide this, we'll provide that, we'll provide that. Then why Kapil IT Skill? First of all, this is not a normal training company, as you can see with our infrastructure. Getting it or not? It is corporate-based training company where we'll try to give you complete corporate environment. First thing. Second thing, we ourselves has our own IT company, Kapil IT Solutions. Getting it or not? So from there we can give you more solutions than any other people because live environment is running there. Our clients are working on AWS, so I can teach you better AWS than others. Thirdly, we are also trying to get members. In fact, we will get. There will be mentors, guys. See, my work is to deliver AWS training. But we have some project manager. Even our operations manager himself is a project manager. So there are projects people, projects experts who will come and help you with different projects. How projects will be working, what is your role, how to solve that project and all. So every class we are trying to get some mentors who will deliver different projects, what's going on latest in the environment, right? And apart from that, as I told you, we are solution company, so we have clients. Getting you into different places of jobs will be easier for us because companies are coming here and they are taking interview and hire people from us. So that will also be your advantage to get hired. We will prepare, we will help you with preparing resumes, projects, and the training. All three things you have to do, right? So my work is to deliver your training. Your work is to polish your skills. The most you practice, more polish you will get, and more opportunities will be there on your doorstep. Now, one last question people ask that do we have to learn Linux before going for cloud? Yes, if you have a Linux knowledge, that would be good. But if you don't have any Linux knowledge, nothing to worry. In our curriculum, we have added first 4 days Linux basics. In fact, not basics, Linux operating system administrations. How to create file, directory, paste, and creating user services. All important aspect we are trying to cover in that Linux. So we'll teach you Linux. You don't have to go anywhere else, right? Little bit of Windows knowledge is also good. But guys, nowadays we have laptops with Windows most often. So you know how to work with Windows, right? These things are prerequisite. Overall, guys, it might take around 50 to 60 days to complete this course. So it's not just a basic course finish in 1 month. We are going to go in depth. The curriculum will be shared with you. And whatever curriculum you have, every batch we are trying to add something new. More topics and more we are trying to add and make it more and more compatible and competitive in the market. So that once you learn, you are ready to go for a job, right? So this is from my side, guys. Now, if you have any questions from your side, you can put your questions, guys. In fact, participants, I'm unmuting you. If you have any questions, you can speak also, or you can put your questions in chat. Anybody is having any questions, any doubts, brother? Nothing?